Okay, so today we're looking at the Zig3 v3 Stellar Wallet Passkeys ID wallet, and this is video 2 because we're going through the issues right off the back of the last video that the Zig3 v3 wallet has, which has primarily been the smart contracts, but if you're on the repo, head over to docs. I want you to head over to documents, so docs on the repo, and then we can look at development. So we look at development, we could see critical issues and issues resolved. Right now, let's just go through current issues, the MD of current issues, and we'll run through that, and then we'll look at what the dev's done on his branch, on a remote branch, and then we'll try and, it's likely that we're only going to go through the issues right now, and then in the next video we'll spin up what the issues are. By the way, I'm Nathan, aka Nathan of Zion, your award-winning Stellar XLM crypto developer, Zion Coins founder. Smash the like, subscribe, and follow me on this journey of getting Zig3 v3 from Testnet to LiveNet. At the moment, we anticipate we should be delivering Testnet without any bugs within the next 1 to 2 months. So if you want to spin up your own wallet on your machine, again, Zig3 v3 is open source, so you can alter the repo to do exactly what you want it to be doing, or you can use it for your own projects in the same respects. Right now, without further ado, let's have a look and see what the current issues we have on the main repo are. So current issues: active development tasks, issue 6, React Hooks order violation. So we got priority, critical, it's in progress. Right, the wallet connect button violating rules of hooks. The problem: component is causing React Hook order violation, which leads to unpredictable behavior and potential crashes. The hooks are being called conditionally or in different order between renders. So 1, user state; 2, user context; 3, undefined. Warning: React hooks detect a change in order of hooks called by wallet connect button. And we've had all sorts of problems, obviously, trying to keep up with the the latest protocols. Contracts being scrubbed, which is, I think, been a main problem. So root cause: hooks are being called conditionally, or component is re-rendering with different hook call patterns, likely due to conditional hook usage or early returns before all hooks are called. So proposed solution: this is all from, by the way, we're using, if you want to follow along, okay, we're using Claude Sumnet 4, okay, which speeds up the development. You've got to give it direction, so it might help you problem solve, but you've really got to know what you're doing, and you've really got to know the structure, the architecture of your repo, for it to be really useful and for it to speed up your development. I use it, okay. Now, issue 7 is Airdrop API edge functions failure. That's critical issue. Problem description: Airdrop API endpoint is failing with 500 error due to Stellar SDK dependency issues in edge runtime environment. The Sodium native and require add-on packages are causing critical dependency errors. So root cause: the SDK, supposedly. Files to modify: it's from the source at API Airdrop root. So basically, the dev looked at it and said, okay, well, looks like you just don't have the contracts. We figured out that the Xi token airdrop contract, the wrapper, had expired, wasn't on the system anymore, and essentially that was causing pretty much all the issues. So the issues we did have, again at the same time, is a passkey ID multiple account generation, which we supposedly resolved. What I want to do is head on over to the developers branch of the repo. We've got a few branches here. We've got Dev, Foundation. There's another branch that I won't go into right now, but if you're following along, you'll kind of get a gist, and you might figure out what the surprise is later on down the road. So head on over to that branch, and if you have a look in docs, it's done some updates. You'll see now there are contracts in there. I want to try and get that shifted to the root, okay? Because it's contracts in docs is not really where it needs to go. So we've got current issues, latest issues status. So that was updated yesterday. It's the latest report. Okay. Critical system failures, React hooks and systematic crashes, severity critical, module front end, React hooks back end. The reported hooks crash is not an isolated front end bug, but is a symptom of multiple systematic failures. Root cause hooks are failing because they are dependent on back-end services and database structures that are either missing, broken, or incomplete. The front end attempts to fetch data that doesn't exist, causing unhandled exemptions, rendering issues, basic rendering optimizations are missing, conditional rendering logic is flawed, leading to crashes when data is missing instead of failing gracefully. Infinite retry loops when a request fails, for example, due to the broken backend. The application attempts to retry infinitely without any fail-safe checks. This floods the network and contributes to the CPU overload described below. So that's the issue 1, so that's React Hook. Issue 2, 3D canvas, performance and crash, severity critical, front-end UI unstable. The interactive 3D background on the home screen is a major source of instability. Resource leak. Clicking on the canvas spawns new 3D polygon instance without limit. Impact. This causes rapid excessive CPU memory consumption, directly leading to power freeze and application crashes. Recommendations: implement object pooling limit that maximize number of particles and optimize the WebGL rendering context. Super base edge functions. Number 3, critical again. Status broken. Backend functions are consistently failing with CPU time limits. Reached errors, root causes, the function, auth rewards, etc. are incomplete using denon.server, which starts a persistent web server inside of a serverless environment. Infinite requests. The front end's lack of fail-safe mentioned in the issue number 1 exacerbates this by bombarding these struggling functions with infinite requests, resulting the result serverless functions time and are forcibly terminated by the superior. There you go. So then we got issue 4, passkey implementation, security flaws, security and authentication, severity critical, again 30% implementation insecure. The current passkey implementation is functional protocol type, but it's fundamentally insecure. Insecure storage. The user's stellar secret key is generated on the client and stored in the browser local storage. This exposes the users to total fund theft via XSS attack. Missing backend logic. The secure server-side sign-in architecture. Decrypting key only in memory is missing. Database gap. Keys are not being securely encrypted and stored in the database. preventing cross-device usage or account recovery, blockages on and token integration status. So as you can see, there's a number of issues here that the developers overcoming. So this is good. This is good that these issues have been picked up on and that they can be resolved. So let's look at the blockchain and token integration status, smart contract integration testing, severity blocker, module, the status deployed but pending integration, status update, the airdrop contract classic, Zig, should be Xi asset, not Zig. A classics asset wrapper has been successfully deployed and developed and deployed to integration to the testnet. Standalone components, these contracts are newly developed and have not yet been integrated into Zig3 Xi playground. Application code required action, update environment variables with new contracts addresses, refactor front-end hooks to communicate with these contracts. Flow testing, rigorous testing is required to verify the end-to-end flow. Front-end API smart contract, now the contracts exist. We anticipate potential issues with XDR encoding, trust line verification and data type conversion surfacing during this phase. So send and receive, data conversion, severity high, front-end blocker, front-end blockchain is buggy. So the data issues, data type issues, significant issues found in converting between native JavaScript types and Stellar XDR SC values fronts, missing reference. Some functions referenced in the code for token fetching and validation do not exist or are imported incorrectly. The QR code failure, the QR code scanner works but directs users to a random or incomplete wallet address, failing to generate a meaningful unsigned transaction or payment request. So a number of severe, real buggies here that we're going to be working through on Testnet and getting completed. So airdrop, the airdrop function, airdrop and reward system, severity blocker, backend and blockchain status is completely broken. The backend inconsistency game scores are being saved to Superbase, but backend communication is inconsistent and requires debugging. Reward distribution, the logic to save or send rewards airdrop is currently non-functional. It is blocked pending the full investigation, full integration and flow testing of the newly developed airdrop contract. Blocked features, so we are currently unable to proceed with testing SoroSwap integration, send receive and liquidity provisions until the foundational airdrop and token floors are stabilized. That's right. So in summary, and the next step, the project has reached a critical milestone with the development of the necessary smart contracts. The focus now shifts from development to integration and stabilization. Immediate priorities: integrate contracts, connect the front end and the back end to the newly developed testnet contracts, refactor back end, rewrite Superbase functions to fix the Denon server timeout issues, secure passkeys, re-architecture the authentication flow to remove the secret key from the local storage, stabilize front end implementation error handling to stop infinite loops and fix the 3D canvas performance issues, end-to-end testing, begin rigorous testing of the airdrop token flows to identify and fix hidden conversion or logic debugs. So that is what we got for you today. That's what we're going to be working through. Once we've done that, you'll be seeing the update in the next video. And in the next video, we will spin up the repo on the local machine, so you'll be able to see Zig3 v3 in its function and see what other issues we've got. I'm Nathan, aka Nathan of Zion, your award-winning Stellar Excellent crypto developer, Zion Coins founder. Smash the like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Take care now.